I am here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. You are going to want to keep a close eye on the weather today, am I right? And let me tell you, it's time now for your local weather report, brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Tuesday, I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have another picture perfect day for today. A few degrees warmer by afternoon. We are still off to a chilly start this morning. A layer is needed with temperatures starting off in the 40s and 50s for southern middle Tennessee, eventually warming back up into the upper 70s to maybe some lower 80s out there. Going to be feeling pretty nice this afternoon. We maintain a clear sky, not even much cloud cover until the overnight. We'll call it partly cloudy, but we are going to stay nice and dry for the next several days. For your Wednesday, temperatures in the lower 80s, just a few degrees cooler by Thursday thanks to a dry cold front moving through. No rainfall expected, and we are going to stay in the lower 80s for Friday, but then another dry cold front moves through, and we will see temperatures back into the 70s for the weekend.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day on Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. A hot tea, please.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. It is our Tennessee Traveler Tuesday, and we are going to learn about a new state-of-the-art exhibition space in the Williamson County area. It not only tells regional history, but stories of the people, places, and events there in the Williamson County area. To tell us about it will be our Tennessee Traveler, Tom Adkinson. He'll have all the information for us when we come back. But first, let's get a check of our headlines.
Hello, here's the latest news and weather from Main Street Media TV. The Mount Juliet Planning Commission has approved site plans for a new Texas Roadhouse restaurant and fire station, with construction set to begin early next year. Lawrence County and the Department of Transportation invite residents to partake in an online survey to assess and improve the safety and resilience of low-water crossings in the area. The Lebanon City Council unanimously rejected a proposed apartment complex on Carthage Highway and Batter Parkway, following residents' concerns about noise pollution, increased crime, and potential community disruption. The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation is hosting a mobile household hazardous waste collection event in Cheatham County on Saturday, October 26th, encouraging all Tennesseans to participate. Gallatin is one of 4 global locations to host a Happy Days 50th anniversary reunion. Part of the Gallatin Comic Con 2024, sponsored by Town Square Records and Comics. For more news and weather, visit us online at mainstreetmediatn.com. Thanks for watching.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Well, the Moore Morris History and Cultural Center is now open in Williamson County. You'll find this in a rather historic building in Franklin. To share with us what you can explore there at the Cultural Center, we have Tom Adkinson with us for our Tennessee Traveler segment today. I love this. I cannot wait to hear more about what's in this building.
There is a lot in that building, and there's a lot that happened on the site of that building even earlier. The site was a tavern way back in the early 1800s.
Wow.
And people like Andrew Jackson and James K. Polk and Felix Grundy all darkened its doors at one time or another. But that inn disappeared over the decades. But in 1905, this nice red brick building was built there, a few blocks down from the town square, and it was the jail.
At the jail. Okay, so talk about, I'm sure, some stories in there. And what is in your article is that there's a special feature in the building that references the jail and how people can talk with maybe some of the individuals.
Absolutely. Now, the museum tells many stories from Williamson County's history, and you start off in a room that is like the old tavern. And there's a narrator who's behind a bar. A hologram is probably not the right word for that character. But as he is talking, you look around the room and there are portraits on the wall, framed two-dimensional portraits, and they'll start talking to you. And it's just intriguing. There is an ancient Cherokee man. There is an enslaved man. There are others, and others around the rest of the museum. So when you're out and about on three levels of the property, you can stand in front of a framed picture, and you know it ahead of time, but all of a sudden it'll start talking to you.
What a cool way to set up the museum here. What I also find interesting is that this could have almost didn't happen, but thanks to the community there, they saved this building. Am I right?
Absolutely. Another jail was built, and as I understand it, yet another jail after that. So this building fell out of use, and it was derelict, as I understand it. And it was talked about being torn down. I mean, who wants an old red brick 1905 building in the way late in the 1900s? You can use that space for something else. But indeed, some history-minded people rose up and said, no, that building should be saved. It got placed on the National Register of Historic Places and found another use just now, most formally, as this History and Culture Center, which opened only in February of this year. So it was on the brink of being gone, and it is back in very, very fine form.
Love that. What else makes this particular museum unique?
I think the way they tell some stories, the living portraits that I mentioned are just intriguing. As I said, it was the jail, And one of the big display areas is looking into jail cells where there are living portraits of 3 ne'er-do-well people in Williamson County history.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up an old style telephone and listen with the phone up to your ear while the jailbirds through the bars tell you about themselves. Up on the next level, to me, there's an extremely touching display about a medical doctor from World War II from Middle Tennessee, and it chronicles his correspondence back to his wife while he was in training in the U.S. and then ultimately in Germany as the war was ending and after the war. And his descriptions of the liberation of concentration camps it's heartrending. And what this does is it shows you the connection from fellow Tennesseans to major historical events in the world. So that's what's special about this place.
Well, I have to ask, so it's been open for about 6 months now. What has the attendance looked like? Were you able to find that out?
I didn't ask specifically, but I got the sense there was a good flow of people there. I saw several folks from Franklin who were in the day I was in most recently, and 2 sets of folks who were from out of state who just happened to be enjoying Franklin and decided to pick up on a history lesson. So it's finding its footing, and it certainly is a destination. By the way, especially this time of year, it's a great destination.
Mm-hmm.
It's indoors and air conditioned.
That is huge right there. And I'm sure come winter time, it's indoors and will be warm.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, thank you for that. And for those visiting, I mean, Franklin is such a cool area. So not only hitting this, but some of the other shops and restaurants there in the Franklin Square area. You know?
It is another great asset for a city that's just chock full of things to do and ways to entertain yourself. This one takes on I was about to say serious. It takes on a good historical perspective of many parts of Franklin and Williamson County.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for sharing this with all of us so we can add it on our list.
You are very welcome. Y'all keep traveling.
We will do it. Stick with us here at Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up for you after this commercial break.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Being a part of a cooperative is being a part of something bigger. Farm Credit Mid-America is a customer-owned lender that specializes in agricultural financing for farm real estate, operating, and farm equipment. A unique benefit of being a part of the Farm Credit Mid-America Cooperative is our patronage program, which has put over $1 billion back in our customers' hands over the last 7 years. That's the power of a cooperative. Visit us at fcma.com to learn more.
I own the land. I farm the land. Together we're farmers. This is our cooperative.
So, you want to be a part of the Busy Bee team, huh? Well, how do you see yourself fitting into the organization? Oh, I get it. You want to be a weather bee.
Welcome back, Taste of Nashville. I'm Devin O'Day.
I'm John Dwyer. We're talking Nashville Predators beginning season 26. Remember when the building was built, the Bridgestone Arena? It was called the Nashville Arena at the time.
Right.
Didn't have any sponsorship. And there was a front area, like Fifth and Broad was kind of the front door, and there was kind of the back that's not the way it is anymore. The campus downtown, you can go all around the Nashville Arena and you'll find bars and restaurants, and you'll find one of the best ones run by this guy right here.
Yes, Devin Murphy, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
From Bar Lines, and Bar Lines is the best hang in this town. It's where for as long as it's temperate outside, you've got those big doors to the street open. There's live music, and the food is fantastic.
Absolutely, yes. And speaking about the Predators, we even did a tribute cocktail for them. This Nashville 25, it's still on our menu. It sells very well. We support local businesses as well. So we have Pickers Vodka. We put some blue curacao on the bottom, simple syrup, lemon juice, and we top it with some Sprite, and it gives you that yellow and blue to the Predators colors. So it's really excellent.
I was going to bolt after the show. I think I'm going to stay and might have to sample it. But it is the street appeal of what you have, and it doesn't matter if there's a Predators game going on or it's a Tuesday at 2 p.m. There always feels like there's something going on there, live music, there's a vibe there. Just talk about that.
Yeah, Bar Lines kind of reminds me of when I go to a Predators game. I moved here from Orlando, and I had never really been to too many hockey games, and the first game that I went to last season was when they won in overtime. They scored like 10 seconds apart at the very end in the fourth quarter, and I was hooked, and the building was electric, and it kind of reminds me of like how Bar Lines is when we're rocking and rolling, so it's excellent.
And what are some of the special, have there been some menu changes for this new season?
So we're always constantly doing food specials. We're doing wing specials. Every Thursday we switch up our wings and our sandwich specials, so we always have something fresh, always have something tasty, and we'll have something for you.
And one heck of a good burger.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you, it's so good.
Absolutely. Our special right now is a jalapeno burger, so if anybody's interested for a little spice before the game or after the game, Bar Lines is your spot.
Speaking after the game, how late are you? You do the after party of all after parties after a Preds game is at Bar Lines. So how late do you stay open and serve food?
Yeah, so Sunday through Thursday we open until 12 a.m. And we serve food right up until close, and then Friday and Saturdays we're open until 1 a.m. Serve food right up in there, so we can get you before the game, after the game, if you want a snack before, and then a meal after, just a drink after. We have live music, have the door open if it's warm enough, and everybody's having a good time.
Live music is always part of that, and we've had several guests here that play. If you're an aspiring musician, how do you get in line to maybe audition or be part of the on the schedule?
If anybody,
I have no talent, it's not going to be me. But
I go, are you holding out?
No, you do not want me singing.
No, if anybody is interested and they want it, you can always feel free to DM us on our Instagram at Bar Lines Nashville, and we'll be more than happy to check it out. And if we're interested, we'll reach out and get back to you.
Good deal.
I just love it. Well, if people are going to be in for a party, can you make reservations for a group and say, hey, we're going to take our after party, but we want to make sure we have a table? Do you take reservations at Bar Lines?
So Bar Lines is first come, first serve. However, we do have a private area that if you do have enough people and you do want to get something more formal, it doesn't have to be, a 3-course meal, but if you want to have a section, we can definitely get that as well, but we have to set that up a little differently. But yeah, if you come in, it's first come, first serve. Sit wherever you like, sit at the bar. We have lots of space for you.
If you would like to watch this show and others, be sure to download our mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. You can also find our programs on streaming services that include Apple, Amazon, and Roku, as well as on YouTube, social media, and mainstreetmediatv.com. As always, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the day. We'll see you tomorrow.